Hi Sarah, how you doing? My name is Mike. I'm the head over here at Yeah Local. You were actually corresponding with a colleague of mine, an assistant. I have her do some outreach and stuff to new companies who I think could benefit from our services. And yeah, we're a local marketing company. Just want to shoot you a quick video just to kind of prove to you that A, I'm a real human, and B, that I'm not lying when I say that we're based here in the States. We're actually based in New York, Astoria, Queens, if you've ever been. Great place, great food. But yeah, I wanted to take a look at just kind of shoot you this quick video here, do kind of like a quick first blush, just like a quick run through of everything kind of going on with your site, where we see some areas that could benefit from some improvements, what we could help you guys out with, everything kind of like that. So, I'm just gonna dive right in. I don't want this to be too long. I know you're busy running your business. I'm busy running mine. So, we're just gonna get into it, right? So, first thing, that I like to check on a site. So, got your site loaded up here. Is first thing I love to check is a site mobile responsive? Meaning, how does the site look on an iPhone, on an iPad, on an Android tablet, anything like that? So this first thing that we're going to check here, and this is very important now in the world of ranking in Google and things like that. So there's a little tool I use to kind of test different screen sizes here, and so from what I'm seeing, you guys are not you're not mobile responsive, meaning that your website does not resize itself. As the screen size gets smaller, your website does not change how it arranges itself. Now, this is a pretty big problem actually for your site in 2016. This didn't used to be the case, but now Google is making more of an effort. Google has actually said this. They don't tell a lot of people how they rank things. They have said that there are about 250 different factors that they take into account when they choose where to place a site in their search results. Of those 250 factors, they tell you very little, but one that they have said that is important is for your site to be mobile optimized. And if your site is not mobile optimized, they are taking you out of the mobile search results, meaning that anytime anybody searches for your website or searches for a keyword that you rank for, your website will not appear in the search results because you are not optimized for mobile. So this is something that you really want to address because your more and more web traffic is coming from mobile devices. I think that number is, if it's not 50% already, it will be 50% by the end of the year. If not more than that. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head. But you want to take care of that. You really, really do. So that's kind of the first thing that we're looking at here. As we go through here, the next thing I like to take a look at is, are you guys tracking your traffic with a Facebook pixel? Do you have Google Analytics installed? These are, simple tools, effective tools to just kind of like know what's going on with your site and tracking it and being able to retarget people, for retargeting campaigns off of Facebook and, Google Analytics. And you guys are an e-commerce site, so Facebook advertising is very important for e-commerce these days. So we want to make sure that things are being tracked correctly and everything like that. So we just use a little tool here to check. Okay, we do see, okay, so you guys do have a Facebook pixel installed, which is great. Fantastic here. So your page view, okay, so yeah, your pixel is logging page views, but you're having an issue with the add to cart pixel. So that might just be installed wrong. It might be pasted in wrong. Hopefully you guys are using the new Facebook pixel. They changed it, or they have made available the new Facebook pixel, and they're going to be getting rid of the old one I believe it's actually this month or next month. So you guys want to take care of that. Make sure that your pixels are in the right place, that they're tracking, your traffic and your conversions and things like that. So that's something that we handle. Oh, excuse me, it is top of the hour and my alarm goes off. So we are, so you want to make sure that that's happening as well. There's no errors, everything's tracking correctly. You guys have your Google Analytics tag and your remarketing tag in there. That's perfect. You know, if you guys even wanted, you could segment that down even further, you know, break up your audiences by different actions that they take on the page. You know, this could be, you know, if you guys are running Google AdWords campaigns, it's definitely something you want to consider, just because, you know, you can take even more information and, you know, really just dig into those analytics and just find that like core audience of just like people who love what you're doing, and just like, you know, just always, you know, every dollar you throw at them for advertising, you get 5 back, you know, that kind of thing. So, you know, definitely something to consider. We do, you know, PPC campaigns. We manage them on, you know, for Google AdWords and for Facebook advertising. Facebook's actually our specialty. You know, we do a lot of great stuff with that. We have a lot of satisfied clients, getting traffic and new patients, new customers, whatever, from Facebook. So that's kind of the first thing here. You know, I also just wanted to touch on just one last little design thing here with your site. Now, your site is it looks really great. It's a lot better looking than a lot of other websites that I have done audits for the last couple of weeks. You know, but the thing that I just want to point out to you, I know my face is probably blocking it here, but you know, have you ever been on a site where, you know, there's no there's like a lot of sites these days, they're having these scroll up buttons. So there's like a button either down here in the bottom corner here, or over here, or maybe up here. You know, as I mentioned before, Google has a ton of different ranking factors, right? But one of them that they say mobile optimization, and user experience is also one of them as well. So, you know, having that little like scroll up arrow, personally, I have found that sites with the scroll up arrow rank better in Google, you know, from a user experience standpoint. You know, I don't know if you guys are interested in adding that to your site. You know, we do web design, mobile optimization, all that fun stuff. So, you know, if you are interested, we can help you with that. You know, if not, then that's cool too. Next thing we want to talk about here is page speed. So how fast does your site load in Google? So page speed is another one of Google's ranking factors. This we know. So, you know, the faster your site loads, the better you're going to rank in the search results. The slower it loads, the lower down you're going to rank in the search results. You know, this is especially true for competitive markets too, you know, where there are lots of big websites competing for attention, everything like that. So, you know, you want to see how fast you're loading. So, you know, here we go. You know, on mobile, you guys are, you know, 61 out of 100 here. That's not very good. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat things. You know, you want that to be loading faster. You know, and there are things to consider. You know, we probably can, you know, compress the image sizes. You know, take care of some of that front loading JavaScript, everything like that. You know, again, you know, and we're also looking at, you know, you guys are not passing the mobile optimization either. So again, you know, missing out on that. You know, you're definitely a lot closer on desktop. You know, 79 out of 100, not bad at all. But you know, if you could get that to 90 or 95, you know, with the ways that we mentioned before, you know, compress images down, you know, add some new caching plugins, whatever it is, you know, you have a better chance of ranking higher in Google. So, you know, you want to keep that in mind. You know, I see we're getting on here in time, so I'm gonna just move a little bit faster here. Let's just take a quick look at your SEO stats here. So this is a cool little plugin we use, any SEO Quake, kind of get, you know, just a 10,000 foot view of what's happening on your website right now. So, you know, you see here, you guys, you know, you passed 10 of the marks, but you're looking at some errors and there's some warnings here. So, you know, pretty much, you know, the first thing that I see is, you know, you guys you're missing a meta description and you're missing meta keywords. These things are these are two really big factors that you want to consider with on-page SEO. You know, without getting too technical, your meta description and your meta keywords, this is how Google knows what your site is all about. You know, your meta keywords, you're telling Google which keywords you want to rank for. You know, and, you know, Google doesn't always listen to it, of course, because, you know, there are other factors where it comes to SEO and things, but, having no meta keywords at all, you know, kind of, it takes your control right off of the Google thing. You know, you don't have a lot of ability to kind of influence at all, you know. So links coming to the site, who knows what that'll do to your rankings. So you want to pay attention to that. You want to add those in there. Add different keywords, different things you guys you want that traffic for. And we'll take a look at your keywords on the next section here. Meta description as well. When you're searching in Google, the 140 characters that show up under the title, in the search results, that's how people know what your site is all about. Not everybody reads it, but there are those that do, and Google takes it into account. What your meta description says can influence where you show up in the search results. So by having none here and by having no keywords, you're kind of just leaving it up to Google to use its machine judgment, and that's not always the best. Especially because you guys need to rank better. You want to add alt text to all of your images. This is just looking at the main page here, but especially for an e-commerce site, you guys, I saw you get a lot of traffic from Pinterest, a lot of shares on there too. You want to have, that's great, but you want to make sure that you're tagging these images in a way that they lead back to your site with keywords and your website URL, everything like that. So no alt text is not a good thing. XML sitemap, for an e-commerce site, big site like you guys, you want to have that in there. You need to have that. Pretty much, it's just consider it like a treasure map for Google. Then they're able to find out where everything is, on the site. So, there are definitely some areas for improvement here. At the very, very least, I would add these two things. There's definitely some more information with headlines here that we could get into. Running a little bit long right now, almost at 12 minutes. So, I'm not going to get into it right now, but definitely something you just want to consider. And finally, I'm just going to take a look at your site here in this cool tool called SEMrush. And what SEMrush does is it kind of allows us to see where you're ranking in Google, what your organic traffic looks like, everything like that. So, you guys are definitely getting some great traffic here. 1.3K people, finding your site through Google every month, like that's amazing. And that's great. Your paid traffic is solid too. Your backlinks are solid. From an SEO standpoint, you're doing pretty well, considering the issues that we discussed on the last page. So, just kind of imagine how much better you could be doing if we took care of those issues. So let's take a look at your keywords here. And so, you kind of see here the few year overview of your traffic. So your traffic has been steadily climbing, a few peaks and valleys here, since December 2009. So quite a while ago. But you'll see here that from a search volume standpoint, so you guys are doing pretty well. Like you're ranking for a lot of these long tail keywords, which have a ton of search volumes. I mean, Jesse James. I know you guys are not the Jesse James of Jesse James, but 110,000 search results. People searching for that every month. That's a lot. You guys do even get a tiny bit of traffic off of that. 2.63% of your traffic comes from this search term. Even though it's not your brand, you guys could, build some links around that, kind of take advantage of that extra traffic, which is really great. And, there are, tons of other, wholesale beads, 4,000 searches. You guys are at, 58 for that one. There are ways to get you ranking higher in Google. So, the issues we talked about on the on page, building more links to your site that are targeted around these keywords here, that would be, the best way to get you guys going here. So, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. If this information was helpful, which I really hope it was, and you're interested in, learning more about what we can do for your site to get you guys ranking better in Google, get you more traffic, get you more sales, I think you guys are doing fantastic right now, and there is a lot of potential for you guys to make a lot more, with a couple of tweaks here. Our rates are super reasonable. We're not going to charge you 10 grand a month or anything like that. We kind of we work with companies. Every client is different. We don't have kind of this is the only thing that we ask. So, you please click the link in the email that came with this video. Schedule a time to chat with me, and we can take it from there. Okay. Thanks so much again. I hope this was helpful, and I hope to talk to you soon.